Yeah, it's a funny dynamic, that one. It is a funny dynamic because there's a literal picture that me.
This fight. I didn't realise you actually had history of Usyk. Sparring him a few years ago. I guess what was that experience like?
Yeah, look, it was crazy. I know Sergey well. I know.
Beautiful, Joe. Hey. Just gonna go the opposite.
Maybe, why not?
Fabio Wardley loses IT on Oleksandr Usyk as he claims Usyk is wasting his time training Joseph Parker. Wardley insists no amount of Ukrainian tactics will save Parker once they meet in the ring, but deep down, his frustration shows he knows Usyk's presence changes everything.
Maybe, but I think, don't get me wrong, it'd be a hell of a story to have Oleksandr Usyk in Ipswich.
Oleksandr Usyk's words carry a calm confidence as he praises Joseph Parker's athleticism and character. His tone suggests genuine respect, but also quiet assurance that his guidance could elevate Parker's mindset. It's the kind of composure that subtly unnerves fighters like Fabio Wardley.
Respect, bro. Respect. It's a great man, Joseph Parker. Like kind of the great smile, man. Very good.
Frank Warren's reaction shows clear disbelief at the chaos surrounding the build-up. He's seen countless fighters lose focus with mind games, and this feels no different. Fabio Wardley's frustration seems to be spiraling out of control, while Usyk and Parker stay disciplined and collected behind closed doors, quietly sharpening their tools for war.
Why do you say things like that? I mean, I don't get. Oh, Ben, there's something wrong with him.
Fabio Wardley sounds ambitious, but there's a hint of insecurity in his tone. He wants to convince the world that he's ready for names like Oleksandr Usyk, but his words come off as defensive rather than dominant. While Wardley sells tickets and talks pressure, Usyk and Parker are training in silence, building momentum that could expose Fabio's emotional cracks when it matters most.
Those names and mine isn't far behind. That's the goal, and to be challenging for those titles. So. Yeah, look, I've got a job to do. I've got a task to overcome. I've got a stadium to sell. I've got an event to tick off. But once all of that is done, it's
Joseph Parker's calm tone hides a deeper warning. He's watched Fabio Wardley evolve, but now he sees the weaknesses behind the confidence. With Oleksandr Usyk mentoring him, Parker's fight IQ and patience have reached a new level. This news story he mentions isn't just about personal growth, it's about rewriting the heavyweight narrative and silencing all doubts. Parker knows that Wardley's aggression can be used against him, and Usyk's influence ensures every movement, every punch will be perfectly calculated to break him down from within.
In his professional career, and we've seen him improve each and every time he jumps in the ring, so that's the old story of Fabio Wardley. There's a new story now.
There's something almost poetic about Joseph Parker's confidence here. He praises Fabio Wardley for stepping up, but his words carry quiet dominance. He's been in wars, faced elite opponents, and knows how to dismantle reckless fighters who mistake power for composure. Under Oleksandr Usyk's guidance, Parker's rhythm, movement, and mindset have matured. He isn't fighting for hype anymore. He's fighting for legacy. That composure could be the very thing that turns Wardley's courage into chaos when the bell rings.
I'm happy that he put up his hand. Like you said before, there are a lot of fighters that say they want to fight, but they fight anyone.
Fabio Wardley is clearly trying to convince himself as much as anyone else. His words sound measured, but the tension behind them gives away the pressure he feels. Facing Joseph Parker, trained by the meticulous Oleksandr Usyk, means he's walking into a strategic trap. Wardley talks about confidence, but Parker's experience, precision, and timing could expose the gaps in his self-belief. For all of Wardley's talk about risk and reward, he's about to learn that discipline and intelligence often outweigh brute confidence.
Yeah, look, don't get me wrong, there's a high risk, high reward going on here. I know a lot of people have been talking, especially from kind of the matchroom side, about it being a potential banana skin and a slip up for me, and maybe I've overreached and Frank's made the wrong decision, but we're extremely confident going into this.
This quote perfectly defines Oleksandr Usyk's mentality and the core of what he's teaching Joseph Parker. Discipline is the foundation of champions. Usyk isn't just training Parker's body, he's reshaping his entire mindset. Every early morning, every round, every repetition is designed to create consistency under chaos. That's the kind of structure Fabio Wardley doesn't yet understand. While Wardley thrives on emotion, Usyk and Parker thrive on routine and control. That difference could be the deciding factor when the pressure of fight night reaches its peak.
But when I wake up early morning in training, I never have motivation. I have only discipline, because when I wake up, my team too wake up and we go to training. but oh, I don't have motivation. I today not go to train.
Joseph Parker's mindset is clear, sharp, and fearless. He's no longer chasing names or clout, he's chasing history. Calling Fabio Wardley his Usyk shows how seriously he's taking this challenge. Trained by the real Oleksandr Usyk, Parker now carries the spirit of discipline, strategy, and composure that defines greatness. His tone isn't emotional, it's prophetic. He believes this fight is his rebirth, the moment he reclaims his position among the elite, and nothing about Wardley's anger or hype can shake that conviction.
Usyk's name's been thrown around so many times, but now that's just not relevant at this time.
This is your Usyk
yeah, this is the Usyk. Like, you don't get this right, there's no point talking about Usyk, right? So Fabio Wardley is the Usyk for me now. I want to be champion again. I want to be two-time world champion, unified, undisputed, and he's in my way.
Eddie Hearn's words highlight a truth that fans already know. Joseph Parker has rebuilt his name with patience and persistence. Under Oleksandr Usyk's mentorship, Parker has evolved beyond just a heavyweight contender. He's now a calculated fighter who studies, adapts, and executes with precision. This IBF opportunity isn't just another bout, it's redemption. While Fabio Wardley seeks attention and applause, Parker focuses on perfecting his craft. Hearn's observation reflects the journey of a man who's earned respect through consistency rather than controversy, and that quiet rise could soon silence every doubter on the British scene.
Bakole, you've got to ask yourself, right? For a long time, he struggled to get opportunities, right? Now he's found his way in Riyadh season. He's very well liked. He's developing a bit of a name, a bit of a brand. He's got an IBF final eliminator to be.
Duke McKenzie's reflection draws attention to something Fabio Wardley often overlooks. Boxing isn't a game, it's a brutal test of courage, discipline, and consequence. Joseph Parker, under Oleksandr Usyk's guidance, treats every moment in training like a matter of survival. He understands the cost of mistakes and the price of overconfidence. McKenzie's warning cuts deep because it echoes exactly what separates fighters like Parker from the new generation's loud talkers. While Wardley entertains the crowd, Parker prepares for war, knowing that in the ring, one wrong move can end more than just a career.
That hasn't even entered his head. But it should, because somebody could easily lose their life.
That's quite a concern, isn't it? I mean, that should be the forefront of everybody's mind.
I think so. I think, you know, there's the fight business, and then there's the fight game, and you know the way they're talking about it. They're talking.
Joseph Parker speaks like a man who's learned through pain and progress. His mention of the right hand isn't just about a punch; it's about experience and timing. With Oleksandr Usyk now shaping his rhythm, Parker's precision has become a weapon of patience. He studies every round, waiting for that single opening that defines victory. Fabio Wardley may be powerful, but he's never faced someone who controls tempo and distance like Parker. The 10th round lesson, Parker recalls, reminds us that champions are forged, not by luck, but by endurance, and the will to adapt when others panic.
I mean, in this last, I would say for him, the last fight not going his way, and then staying true to himself and staying true to his game plan, and, you know, obviously catching the right hand.
Frank Warren's assessment is both a compliment and a warning. Fabio Wardley has shown power, but power alone isn't enough when facing a technician like Joseph Parker. Parker has proven time and again that he can absorb pressure, adjust his timing, and flip the momentum in later rounds. With Oleksandr Usyk's tactical brain behind him, Parker knows exactly how to survive early storms and dominate when opponents tired. Warren's recognition of Wardley's strength will mean little when that strength begins to fade and Parker's calculated counters start landing with surgical precision. This is where class separates from chaos.
But I'm talking about with somebody who doesn't fiddle around, somebody who actually would like to get him in the latter rounds and is capable of knocking people over. You know, he's a puncher. You've seen him do it, and he's done it with world-class fights.
Tony Bellew's statement captures Fabio Wardley perfectly. Brave, yes. Determined, absolutely. But limited when it comes to technical depth. Against Joseph Parker, bravery alone won't be enough. Oleksandr Usyk's training adds a cerebral edge to Parker's already polished skill set. He'll make Wardley's aggression work against him, turning every wild swing into an opportunity. Bellew's words may sound like praise, but they're also an unintentional prediction. Heart takes you far, but against a thinking fighter like Parker, heart without structure becomes self-destruction. Wardley might bring the fire, but Parker will bring the extinguisher.
Joseph Parker, Daniel Dubois aside, is the most informed heavyweight in the world.
Yeah, both of them in great form, to be fair, yeah.
If anything, I think actually Joseph Parker is in better form than Daniel Dubois, because that spree of fights of Deontay Wilder, Zhilei Zhang.
Yeah, great.
Let's just look at it for what it is.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous because Zhilei Zhang was undefeated, in my opinion, until he faced Joseph Parker.
He's becoming a bit of a giant killer, Joseph Parker, really, isn't he?
He really has, and I've got to give
Daniel Dubois next on the list for him?
Hearing Tony Bellew repeat those words again proves the narrative surrounding Fabio Wardley hasn't changed. Everyone acknowledges his courage, but courage without composure doesn't win against world-level fighters. Joseph Parker, molded by Oleksandr Usyk, has mastered patience and precision. Wardley may throw bombs, but Parker will pick him apart with movement and counters. Bellew's words unintentionally emphasize the contrast between reckless bravery and intelligent warfare. In a fight of emotion versus discipline, it's often the calmer man who walks out victorious, and Parker is showing all the signs of being that man.
He's got bollocks, mate, the size of King Kong's. He really has. He's game. Very limited, but very, very game, and shows you how far heart can get you.
Buddy McGirt's insight speaks directly to Joseph Parker's strength. Deep waters are where Parker thrives. His experience, stamina, and poise make him a nightmare for anyone who relies on early aggression. Oleksandr Usyk has sharpened his endurance even further, preparing him to dismantle fighters round by round. If Fabio Wardley can't finish the job early, he'll find himself trapped in Parker's rhythm with no escape. McGirt's comment hints at the truth every boxing purist knows. The deeper the fight goes, the clearer Parker's dominance becomes, and that's where Usyk's influence will shine brightest.
Yeah, it's got to go to the deep waters. You know, man, unless somebody slips up and get caught early. But, you know, we got to get him into the deep waters. That's the key.
Here, Fabio Wardley's frustration spills out in raw emotion. His words lack focus, showing how deeply Joseph Parker's composure and Oleksandr Usyk's training camp have gotten under his skin. This isn't the confidence of a champion, it's the anxiety of a man who knows he's being outclassed before the fight even begins. While Wardley vents and mocks, Parker stays quiet, building his arsenal in the gym. Every emotional outburst from Wardley reminds fans that pressure cracks the loudest voices first, and his meltdown could be the first sign that fear is replacing belief.
So what's this diss track you made?
Bro, what the fuck? I've never been more confused in my life. If I did make it, I'd stand on it and go, yeah, I told you to get fucked in the track or whatever I said. But bro, don't come at me.
Andy Lee sums up what the boxing world is beginning to realize. Joseph Parker's new version, inspired by Oleksandr Usyk, is unpredictable, fluid, and smart. His unorthodox rhythm frustrates opponents who rely on patterns. Fabio Wardley has never faced a fighter who blends patience with surprise in this way. Parker's skill lies in simplicity, done with perfection, and Lee's analysis confirms that he's now operating at a level far beyond brawl. When the bell rings, the technical depth Parker brings will not only shock Wardley, but could redefine what British fans expect from heavyweight boxing.
And he has skills, and it's an unorthodox style that a lot of people will be puzzled by. But he's proven and showed that has to be reckoned with in the heavyweight division.
As the storm around Joseph Parker and Fabio Wardley grows louder, every comment, stare, and word fuels the fire heading into fight night. From Oleksandr Usyk's calm praise to Derek Chisora's fierce admiration, the boxing world has turned its eyes toward Parker's evolution. Fabio Wardley, however, refuses to back down, calling Parker's rise a product of hype rather than hard truth. The tension has reached a boiling point, and only the ring will decide who's right. So, fight fans, if you're ready to witness one of the most personal showdowns of the year, make sure to subscribe, stay locked in, and get ready for war.